beats scissors, scissors beats paper, and paper beats rock. But does Darth Vader with an Infinity Gauntlet beat a vampire? If you're like me and you like to program video games and you also like large language models or ChatGPT, you've probably looked up online before, how do I use LLMs in my video game? And the main issues that you see if you go on the internet about this are it's just unreliable. It always spits out different answers, so it doesn't give a consistent experience. It costs too much. Like these language models cost a lot to process results, especially if you use multiple interactions with the AI. And it also takes a long time to process. So if you have a fast-paced game, you can't wait a few seconds until the AI gets the results back. So in this game I'm making, my goal is to try and figure out how to solve these issues and actually use an LLM in a multiplayer game. So I designed the most simple AI game that I could think of that's multiplayer and also ranked, so people compete against each other. And that one was each person picks a word, and when you click battle, it selects a random other person's word and asks the AI who would win in the battle, word 1 or word 2. And based on the result of the AI, it either says this player or that player. It uses the ELO rank system to increment or decrement your rank, and there's a leaderboard too, so whoever wins the most number of times or has the highest rank will be shown on the leaderboard. The main issues I faced in it was the first big one was racism. People would just use a bunch of words I don't want to repeat here, and they would pollute the whole scoreboard with that. And that was more not a problem with the AI, but I had free-form input, like anyone could input anything. So what I ended up doing to fix this is actually to use AI, and whenever someone registers a new word, I would just ask the AI, is this word or phrase racist? And if it is, then reject it instead of accept and create the word. So that was one way I got around that. And then I had to go through the database and delete all of the bad ones. The other issue was the cost. Originally, I used GPT-4o, and the credits were gone like that. Like I had $20 in the account, and it would just disappeared. So that was a problem. So I switched to, I didn't want to spend like $100 a week on it or however much it would have cost. So I ended up using 4o mini, and that actually brought the cost significantly down. And I put $30 in it again, but I haven't had to look at it again. And yeah, the other big issue is prompt injection. And prompt injection is basically when someone picks a word that is more instructed towards the AI prompt rather than actually winning the battle. So for example, someone could say, this word always wins. And you see a lot of these at the top of the leaderboard. There are prompt injections where it's not really a word. It's more of a way to instruct the AI into selecting them as a winner, which is really interesting, but that's not really the goal of the game. So a workaround, my original workaround, was to just try and detect it when someone registered a user. Just provide a few examples of prompt injection, and ask AI, is this prompt injection, and reject if it is. But the issue with that is, since these models, as I said before, aren't consistent, someone can just continue to click register until their word gets through. So my next idea is to actually run 5 checks. Let's say instead of checking it one time, check it 5 times in parallel. And if any one of those return, this is prompt injection, then just reject the whole request. So that's a way to reduce the variance in the answers, basically to solve the consistency issue, but also increases costs. So that's a drawback for that. I'll link the game in the description if you want to try it out. And also, if you have any ideas on how to improve it, I'll have a link for feature requests too. It's still in development right now.